An upside during January is that sometimes the only big Oscar contenders are only released in New York and Los Angeles during the month of December. So, we get them in January. You know, so don't have to be tortured with all the other crap that comes out this month.
You march those people into rural Alabama, it's gotta be open season.
May I have a word?
There's no word to be had.
The people. The people. The people. The people.
Selma is based on a true story that follows Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he's trying to spread there should be more equal rights and that African Americans should have the right to vote. So he goes to the town of Selma, Alabama to try to spread more of this, but instead they're getting treated very, very awfully by policemen and pretty much just by the public. So the whole story focuses on Martin Luther King's thoughts to try and spread this worldwide, which he does, which you probably already know since this is based on a true story. One of the best highlights of this movie is the performance of David Oyelowo. He was a fantastic Martin Luther King Jr. and definitely deserves an Oscar nomination. You couldn't have really picked a better actor to play Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I mean, he was great in this film. He was very believable, he was very real, and you could tell that he was researching and trying very hard to portray Martin Luther King. And this movie just had fantastic acting from a bunch of other cast members like Tim Roth, Tom Wilkinson, and I can't remember the girl who plays his wife, but she did really good as well. There was Wendell Pierce, there was Dylan Baker, Cuba Gooding Jr. They all were great in this film. And I believe this was a first-time director, and this director did a great job directing this story. Directing a movie that's based on a true story can actually be very difficult because you have to make sure that every single scene you're portraying is similar to what happened in real life. And the writing in this movie was fantastic as well. They definitely went in depth with the story and disturbingly shows many, many scenes of abuse between African Americans. It was just absolutely awful at this time period, and it's just crazy to think that people were acting like this and treating these people like animals. Men, women, elderly, and even children they would abuse. And sometimes even kill. Selma told the story extremely well, and it was reminding people that, yeah, this was a huge time period where it was very, very difficult, and it was very violent and very disturbing, and we're not just going to hide what happened with the truth. There weren't too many flaws with this film. Sometimes the writing, dialogue-wise, could be a little bit cliched, and I'll be honest, the performance of Oprah Winfrey just kind of annoyed me. And even during the end credits of the movie, they're thinking that Oprah Winfrey, they're treating her like God. Really, her performance in this film was okay. She didn't even do much. She was the producer of the film, just keep her as the producer. She was just so annoying in this film, and I don't even know if the character she played was actually a real person. I really don't know. And if she was, then okay, then maybe she did a good job, and I shouldn't be giving Oprah so much criticism. But if it wasn't a real person, why the hell just put her in this movie? Most of the time I was just like, Oprah, just get out of the screen, please. Something about Oprah just bugs me. I know a lot of people love Oprah, and I don't care if you do. I don't really care at all. I just don't like her that much. I'm not taking that away from the film. I'm not just saying, oh, I didn't like this movie because Oprah was in it. This movie was absolutely fantastic. Definitely an Oscar-worthy performance from David Oyelowo. He was absolutely phenomenal in this film, and definitely one of the big reasons to see this movie is because of his performance. It told a great story, had great direction, had good cinematography, and also to point out, had teeny bit bad lighting. But it's definitely a movie that you need to watch because it just tells such a great story, and this is one of the best portrayals that you'll ever see of it. Selma gets an A. It was an absolutely fantastic film. You definitely need to see it in theaters this week. If you've already seen it, then comment below what you thought of this film. And that is my review of Selma, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'm Lucas Stringer. I'll see you guys later.
This revolution goes on and on. This revolution goes on and on.
Mine eyes have seen the glory, 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 hallelujah.
What happens when a man stands up, says enough is enough?